So, hello everybody. My name is Richie. Also, my name is Link. That's my nickname. So I like to go by Link. So if you ever see me, just say, "Hey, what's up, Link?" So yeah. As far as my art history goes, I've been drawing since a little kid, but there has been an issue that happened, and maybe as we go along with the podcast, I can explain like my history in depth even more. Um, but right as of right now, it's been about, I don't know, a few years of like really drawing a lot.
hmm So I mean, interesting. Like many people's. I kind of like most of people draw in a childhood, but then they give up. This kind of my view, right? So you see so many children, they draw, they enjoy. Every parent's happy. Say my children so talented, but like about age 8 or 9, it's just they give up because maybe because they became like too perfectionistic, start think too much. And or like in my area, I drawing from childhood, but in my area in Russia, it was just not considered like something real. Like I never thought about became artist. So I was going like study IT, and only like about 18-year old I was like, wait a second, I can really became like artist, like a profession, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's awesome that
how it's with you, how it's happened, like when you been like just drawing for fun, or when you decide to like draw more or became professional.
okay. So what happened was is I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, right? And then I had a really I had a really messed up and hard childhood. Um, it forced me to grow up very fast, and I had to do I had to just grow up really fast. So and I was in the process of growing up and continue to love drawing because I love drawing. So I love not just drawing, but I love video games. I love movies. I love a lot of entertainment. I love creativity. Um, a close family member. I'm not going to say the family member because I don't hold any like ill will or anything like that, and I don't want to put this person out there as they're a bad person.
hmm
But I had a family member tell me pretty much to stop drawing and to find a hustle, which is to like sell drugs. Like, yo, go sell drugs on the corner, go hit the corner out. But you got, yeah, dead serious,
oh.
man. So they were like, yo, stop doing this. And I was about 15 years old when that happened.
Mhm.
Um, I had a stack of about six to 700 drawings, and this family member made me throw them in the trash. So
Yeah,
they made me throw them in the trash, and I'm gonna be honest, it crushed me. I threw the stack of drawings away, and then I quit drawing until I was about 31.
mm, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like about if before 15 you was drawing all the time, kind of. It been like real passion.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was a big passion of mine. I love to draw. Like it was always making comic books and different cartoons and
Yeah,
um yep.
interesting. Yeah, it's like similar here. Like I was in like for me it was it feels like in a childhood it was so normal. Like I was like drawing every time, and my friends been drawing. But right now I realize it's like I've been like how to say it's me who makes them draw. It's because for me I've been so passionate about drawing, so all my friends start to draw because like sometimes children they don't know what to do. So and if you're like interested in something, so they just so everybody around me been drawing. We've been like watch movie like Jurassic Park, and we draw comic book about dinosaurs, kind of
That's
like
awesome.
yeah, and like right now, like I also look like oh, it was so amazing. Like no internet, nothing. We just take some
Yeah.
paper, some albums, go to nature, sit somewhere, drawing
Yeah.
comic books.
That was the good old days.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, so. Yeah, this is kind of interesting because I want also kind of I think it's interesting information for people just to hear different life stories, different examples. Like I like to read artist biographies, and like
Mm,
for me, I have also this like challenges like in hard periods in the life, and usually just like when you personally need to decide something, it's like your own decision, nobody telling you what to do, right? You can choose like, oh, go to stable job or try to be artist, right? And it's in a moment it feels absolutely unnatural and discomfortable. It's like, why? Maybe it feels like absolutely like stupid idea. Like there is a lot of real artists, there is so many already art, right? Like who need you, why you will do this? But then you read some this biography and you see like everybody have exactly same idea in their head. Everybody going through this process, like everybody need to make this decision. It's just kind of exactly like absolutely normal situation, and you just need to keep going, right?
yeah, we all have these paths that we're taking, and it's we all take our own path, and it's all different, but it all leads to the same thing. There's many paths on to the top of the mountain, but the view's all the same.
Yeah, if you see like also interesting like how to say this illusion of amateurs or like people who is not in art, they look master artist and they see talent, right? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's so talented. It's like, why? Because it looks so easy and natural. Like he is so natural in his drawing. But every professional and every master, right? Like they see how much work you need to do to get there, right?
Yep.
That's it. So it's so
So
interesting.
it, it's crazy that you say that because I actually, as what you're seeing right now in like some of my uh feed is like, especially this one that's up there, that video is actually a challenge that I did for myself. I did
Hmm.
180 days. Well, right now I'm at 184 days of drawing 60 gesture drawings a day. And I've
60.
done it, and I
Oh.
mean, I have continued to do it. So total, it's about 10,900 and something drawings.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a lot. So I actually wanted to I could show you the sketchbook
Uh,
because it's pretty massive. Um, one second, I'm gonna grab the sketchbook so you can see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem. Uh, So I didn't push every like. Now I do it. Yeah. Hello, Dorian. Hello, random things. Yeah, we're good. Today guest artist Richie, aka Link. Yeah, everybody go to Link Instagram. Let me put link about a
All
link.
right, so check it out.
Yeah.
uh, so I have two of these books so far, and so
Так.
this is the second one that I'm working on, and I'm
Wow.
already.
Mhm.
Let me see. So I'm already a quarter through it, or almost a
Mhm.
quarter, and it's just full
Wow.
of these gesture drawings,
Nice.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
cover to
This.
cover.
So how everybody always say, and I just like how long it take for you? Like you say one day you make 60 gestures. Like how long it's take in the time? Wow.
So this one is completely full.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Perfect. Yeah, it's kind of example of discipline. Nice.
Yeah, it's completely full cover to cover.
So you feel how
Uh
it changed you?
oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. It made me realize because, like you alluded to earlier, I always thought that I wasn't good enough. Like I always
Mhm,
thought that I'm just not talented. I don't have the talent for it. So why am I doing this? But then I've come to realize my favorite artist of all time and almost a mentor because he actually I spoke to him a handful of times. Kim Jung Gi.
mhm.
He before blew up and became Kim Jung Gi, he was already drawing like Kim Jung Gi. He was already drawing hundreds of thousands of figures and
Yeah.
drawings and figures and drawings. It was nonstop, and it was since the time he was a little child. And it made me realize, like, wow, like that's what it takes to actually, become a master at anything. Like for instance, when I see you when you're doing your perspective grids, like you're just doing grids, but you're doing hundreds of grids. I can guarantee it.
Mhm.
And that's the stuff that people don't see behind behind the finished drawing or this finished piece is the thousands and thousands of drawings that just you know go to the wayside. Like that book is nothing. It's garbage. But that's just repetitions.
Yeah, and yeah, I see. It's like it's also it's how to say not worship, but it's some kind of this when you sometimes I make this like imagination ideas for myself to help really like to illustrate ideas in like processes. So it's really like this dedication which prove to art that you're like a really serious person and you contribute a lot. So because everybody they like want immediate result. They want like, oh, I draw 10 drawings and I want sell these 10 drawings and I want this 10 drawing make me famous artist. So everybody look like, oh, this famous artist, he have 10 amazing artworks, kind of this. And if here's like a god, like he look at this and say, man, the, you want so many doing so little. Like it's not serious. Like it's not attitude that deserve any um reward, right? Like with such attitude, you cannot be rewarded. It's kind of like a infantile kind of attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Do
like,
you know the art?
mhm,
Okay, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, no, yeah. So I mean, it's
You
like,
know.
yeah,
Sorry, it's a slight delay, but
uh, yeah. So I mean, like, it's talking about like we can don't we can't always see value in feedback and in money. We need also to start to feel this value in the relationship between you and art itself, because like this, your contribution will be rewarded. You can feel it. Yeah.
absolutely. So the artist Prince. I'm not like a big Prince fan, but I read this thing about him before. It's like a biography or whatever. So Prince is known for like maybe like a good album of songs. Like that's what he's known for, and that's what made him famous. But apparently, after he passed away, he has over 10,000 albums in his archives of music that he's created
Mm.
over his lifetime. Like that
Oh,
is like to me that's absolutely insane. So it's kind of like if you're putting in that work, the stuff that people don't see, just the repetitions, eventually starts things will start happening, things will start to flow, and then you'll be a pro artist.
mm. Here is Alex Rodriguez ask, have did you have a graffiti face?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep, definitely. So when I after I was told to like throw my drawings out and just never draw again and go find a hustle on the streets. It was kind of like, all right, well, I had to like release that somehow. Like I still had to get that creativity out. So me and my cousin would do graffiti a lot, a lot. Just I
Mm.
wouldn't draw, but I would just take the can and just and
Ah,
pretty much what
yes.
we would
Mhm.
call all city. I would just go all city. I'm gonna put my
Uh-huh.
green. Oh no, no, because you didn't start drawing yet. My bad.
Ah, no, it's good. Yeah. Or real random weekend tell link. Uh, okay. Yeah. So okay. So and also interesting then. Ah, where are you from? Like, I mean, like in which state or
Uh, PA, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia? Oh,
Yeah, but
cool.
I currently live in South Jersey.
Hmm. So, and it's interesting. Like it was unexpected. Like when you say about hustle,
Yeah,
like,
man. I mean, that's it
cause,
is what it is, and unfortunately, that's kind of like um the way of life for a lot of people.
hmm.
Especially where I'm from, like, there's a lot of good people there, and a lot of that do a lot of good things, and sometimes you're just forced to do things that you don't want to do.
Yeah,
Like
I've
you're
been kind of.
forced.
It's like in my Russia cities also like it's very criminal and like have a lot of gangs and crime kind of, but I was always kind of far from it. But eventually I start to make friends and I figure out they're like criminals, you know, like which is they just like Russia mafia something. Like one like my colleague on I was working like night shifts in like as an engineer, kind of like control some computers in a TV company. So and my colleague, like we was just chat, and he tell me he been in a prison for extortion.
Oh no, that's crazy.
So so and he's just like just talking and say like, yeah, I've been like extorting some guys, and like and one guy go to
Oh man,
police.
that's crazy.
And
Definitely
it's
extorting them.
yeah, like I never, you never know. It's like he's so danger, kind of like really crazy people, and
Yeah, yeah. Two of
like
my friends became murderers, man. It's
so.
it's it's wild.
So what happened next? I mean, like, what can you tell about kind of how this resolved, or
Yeah. So honestly, what happened was is I was working this really dead end job, and the job it sucked so bad. Like every day was painful. Every day was long, and it literally sucked the soul out of me. Like I remember just going home and just feeling like I did something wrong to the God. Like I did I did something bad.
Mhm.
And my grandmother who passed away years before, she was the only person in my life that loved my work, that loved my drawing.
Mm,
The only person. Nobody else really cared. Not people in school, not my friends, um, not my mom. I didn't have a dad. Uh, nobody cared. Nobody around me except my grandmother. And I remember she used to tell me every day, like, every time I seen her, she's like, "Hey, are you drawing? Like, I want to see your drawings. Please just whatever you do in this life is just don't stop drawing. Like, always continue to keep drawing. Whatever you're doing, just don't stop drawing." And like I said, one day I was driving, man, and I was doing the job, and I started crying. I started crying, man. I had a wife and a daughter at home, and I'm just like, yo, like, is this my life now? Like, I'm just here doing this job that I'm going to hate and regret for the rest of my life. And my grandma's voice came in and said, you know, it was weird. It was like her voice just popped up and was like, just draw. So I kid you not, I went to my local CVS. I picked up not a sketchbook, but I picked up like a, a little notepad that had like lines in it, a line notepad. And I filled that sketchbook up, or that little notepad. It was like this thick. filled that bad boy up in like 2 weeks. Then I started drawing and I just stopped. I couldn't stop drawing. And I just continued from there. And then obviously I had some hiccups where I stopped for a little bit because I got discouraged because looking at other people's work, could get you discouraged when
Mhm.
you're not that when you're yeah, when you're not like great, you're like, oh man, like and exactly how you said earlier, why should I draw when there's other people out there who are just way better doing way better stuff? And I'm not listening to that no more. Now it's just about let's get this going. If I like drawing, I like drawing. So that's why I started this challenge. And I also started watching your perspective drawings a lot. I
Mm,
watched all your
nice.
perspective videos.
Oh, cool.
I've watched them. I actually studied them. I'm drawing them, and yeah, I'm getting it going.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. So, uh, yeah, I hope, so you see, I hope kind of like, it's at a certain moment, I realize, kind of what is priorities. Like before it was not clear for me, but then I understand what, Jake Parker, artist Jake Parker.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, like who invent Inktober kind of, right? So,
Yep. The Inktober guy. Yep.
and I realized what he tell about, like he was talking about, make contribution, like, first, like what we should think about is like what you give, and make sure you give more than you expect, right? Like, so and I was like, yeah, maybe it's some kind of just, good talking kind of, right? So yeah, let's just say nice words and stuff. But then I realized, really, is this how it should be? So we should first think about, what we do for others, like for other people, artists, for like art itself, because this is some kind of, art as a culture, as tradition, as a movement, or whatever you call it, right? It exists only because people doing something for it. And then, like money or success, all this, um, it's important, but more, just like kind of survival. And sometimes I think about it just like it helped to understand, uh, how, if I am doing things right, right? Like capitalism kind of, right? So if I really
Hmm.
give something important to people, so they will pay for it. They will appreciate, and they want like pay. They want to see more of it, kind of this. So it's just actual only way to have real feedback. It's to see money goes for your work, right?
Hmm.
So, and just kind of like fine tune these priorities, like, so this how it should be. So like, instead of trying to like, find ways how to market yourself, and how like choose words to make yourself be more sellable, or attractive, this kind of stuff.
Mm.
Так, yeah, and also what I interest in, especially, like, recently, like I was read first time in my life, no, like about a year ago, Starship Troopers.
Oh, I love Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I was,
I'm
I was,
obsessed. I was obsessed with Starship Troopers, man.
yeah, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I mean, I was so like surprised how it's different from movie. It's like, is
Yeah, the book is way better than the movie.
Yeah, it's like wait, it's like it's a trick. So like a Heinlein, he make us like it's a sci-fi, but it's so much about real life, and like so many important, like especially like this part he where, a teacher, has called like history of, philosophy, something like this teacher, he was talking about a responsibility, of, children, kind of, right? Like, so when you became grown up, and say like you grown up when you, responsible for what you do. So like if,
Mm.
you ready to be responsible for your actions, kind of then you're grown up,
Mm.
um, and stuff like this. So it's like very interesting. You can see like he have actual like military background, and how this like a military background like make people like see world like full picture without being
Yep.
in a bubble of this like like kind of it's really like it's a perfect metaphor of animal farm, right? Like
Yep.
so people who is like shapes, they're like very uh, weak, and they don't really know what happened outside of barn, right? They don't know there is wolves, and this wolves is not about misunderstanding. No, they clearly just want to eat you. You cannot talk with
Yep.
them. So
They
and
wanna
you
mangle you.
yeah. And these ships they like have this so nice and happy community when they can like every day chill out and talk and like eat grass, just because it's a fence there and the dogs who protect them from wolves. So and I was just like, yeah, it's interesting to see how some people like who have this like hard life experience, and they realize how all this works. Kind of that's why I mean it's interesting for me to meet artists or writers who have military experience or have some kind of like um I don't know, like illumination in they realize what
Yes.
is what.
So, being a soldier, and so I'm retired. I'm out of the
Hmm.
military now, and for good reason. Um, and as you can tell by my beard, so the reason why I have a beard in the first place is because I've decided after I retire from the military, I'm going to let my beard grow for an entire year without cutting it. So I'm
Hmm.
not doing anything to it. I'm just letting it go. My wife is kind of not digging it, but it is what it is. Um, but being a soldier and especially being deployed to a combat environment was really eye opening for me. It was very eye opening because it was kind of like you don't know when you're going to take your last breath. You seriously do not know when that last breath is going to come. Me and my fellow brothers and sisters out there, especially my platoon, those pictures you're showing up like you're right now is us in a bunker when we were being attacked.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like that was an everyday thing, especially the first 3 months. That picture right there is us getting attacked, and we're just not caring after a while. We're just like, whatever. Like, that's how much
Hmm.
we were getting attacked. And that's my boy Turtle. Yeah.
And where is this? Like Iraq or Afghanistan?
So it's in Syria. I can't tell you
I see.
the base because the base is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
offset. I think 1 second. So I can't tell you exactly what base, but it
Hmm.
was in Syria. Yeah,
So you know
and it was.
Wagner,
Uh,
you know
uh,
Wagner, Russian Wagner.
you know,
It's like mercenaries
Russian
from
government.
Russia. Yeah, Wagner,
Nah.
Russian mercenaries.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no, no, no.
okay.
We didn't. So we came in close contact with Russia.
Uh-huh,
Um, but it was more like a civil thing. There was kind of like a, and we
uh-huh.
just were like, we went our way and they did their thing. Um,
Hmm.
but we came into contact with Hamas and ISIS a lot.
Oh,
That's what it was.
Hamas there too. Mm,
Yeah. So we had to do a lot of that kind of stuff.
mm. So it's
But
also
it
like,
was pretty.
mhm.
It was interesting. It was an interesting time.
So maybe this like also it seems for me like military people after what kind of battlefield, or like how call it, war environment, there is have like harder time to talk with civilians, right?
Yeah,
Because some
that
kind
was
of
really tough.
mm,
That was really tough. And so I'm very introvert.
mhm,
I do not speak people very much. I actually went on a 3 month vow of silence where I didn't speak at all for 3 months. I didn't talk. I didn't talk to my wife. I didn't talk to my daughter. Um, and that will happen more throughout my life where I will go through these vows of silence. It is what it is. But as an introvert, where like I don't like really communicate with people very often, that coming back home from that, it really like amplified it even more. Where it was hard for me to like be in a grocery store and then just see random people around and people just waving hello, just like would freak me out.
mm.
It was very strange. Yeah,
Interesting. So it's
but I'm
not
trying.
like, it's not about like conversation. It's just in general, kind of you feel like alienated from them.
Uh, okay. It's just a different perspective that we have.
Hmm.
Well, let me say it like this: combat veterans. You know, combat veterans, we have a different perspective of them, of civilians,
Hmm.
especially combat veterans who've seen combat. It's different because we start to understand that like life is very fragile. It's very fragile. It's very thin. Um, the basic stuff that you take for granted, like going to the store, drinking clean water,
Hmm.
it's not for everybody around in the world. You come to realize like how fragile it is. It's like, man, I get to wake up and I get to breathe fresh air. Like breathing fresh air is an amazing thing to me. Like waking up, and even though it's Jersey, Philadelphia air, because I live in really close to Philadelphia, it's still like cleaner air than what I was breathing in. Like that air, it was like this absolutely disgusting. So to just to breathe in normal smelling air and having good smelling food and being able to wash my body with clean water and not have to use a bottle of water to brush my teeth
Mm.
and not have to it's just different. It's just different. So we have like I don't know, as speak for myself, that I really appreciate the very very small things that I have in life. So, and I feel sometimes that civilians, I'm not judging civilians, but I feel like sometimes civilians are very ungrateful for what the little they
Yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. Yes, I mean it's very interesting because you see, I find this some similarity in the important um, perspective about like just being artist or writer. It's just understand things what they are, and like this about like being honest or true. It's also mean being able to accept true when it's uncomfortable, right? And like some people, they kind of, I don't know, yeah, can say like unfortunate just to face this truth that is uncomfortable, and it's just like okay, and you cannot unsee it now, right? Like
Mm,
you wasn't ready for it, or didn't choose it, but now you know it, right?
mm,
And but in some sense it's make you like on the same level with top philosophers, on with the
mm,
level of realizing like where is the ground, like you can see like how things works. And it's just so heavy for psyche, like so heavy for your mind to bear it. You need somehow like kind of utilize it. You need to find uh, like what to do with this information, kind of, right? It's because it
mhm,
seems kind of. and not useful for place where you are. Like you cannot just go and shop and just start talking with the people. Like they will like start to cry, or they will like afraid of you, will think you're crazy, kind of this, right? So, but it's kind of perspective, this knowledge, which is also like opportunity, can be for making like really valuable things, like really valuable artworks.
Yeah,
Because people who don't have this perspective, they're just not capable, they can't do this. And it's kind of, it's no guarantee if you give them this perspective, no guarantee they will bear it. Maybe they will just like
yeah,
going nuts, kind of go on a drugs or something, because there's like just will try to escape kind of this, right? So
yeah, yep, yep, yep.
being able to hold it kind of in your mind without trying to forget it, and then like uh I mean, just like if you look like some really um, iconic or like very historical art, like really important, like from your perspective, you realize these people see it exactly this way. Like if we look like ancient times or medieval times, people live in this reality, right? Like they see
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all the slaughters and all this hell around.
yeah. I mean, like, if you think about it, those artists that were drawing the Black Plague, like, that is, they were there. Like, it wasn't like they heard about it, years from, years after it happened, and then they were drawing it. There were people that were drawing that on the spot with millions of people dying around them.
Yeah.
Um, you
Yeah, how
know,
about artists who like paint their like loved ones when they're dying? They just like say, okay, like,
yeah,
let's paint them. It's like it's better than cry. Like kind of this. So,
that's it's a wild thing. But
mm,
that being in it, like, all right, when I seen the first time that I almost died overseas, I was kind of like, I remember like feeling a weird shock, like that would have been over. Would I have been happy with the rest of my life? And the answer was probably no. Why? Because I think I regretted not really pursuing what I wanted to do, which is my art. And number two, not being with my family
mm,
100%. That right there. And then being with God. Because I'll tell you what, you can be an atheist all you want, but the moment you're about to die, you see your life flash before your eyes, you'll pray to God. You'll be like, wait, God, please do not get me blown up right now. It's a very strange feeling.
yeah, interesting. Yeah, I was like, I mean, my life like don't have this kind of situations for sure. Like you have in a combat kind of sure, but it's like I think like everybody maybe feels sometimes in their life like "Oh, I can die right now, kind of, some kind of like a panic attack, or you're like an airplane and it's like you sure 100% right now a plane can fall, and it's like, okay, so how what to do with this information, like you right now can die probably, right? And it's yeah, it's interesting. It's like you immediately became like spiritual.
Oh yeah.
Right. And
It forces you to become spiritual when you realize like, oh crap, I I might die. Like this is real. Like this is not a movie. This is not like you can't shut it off and like be like, oh yeah, I don't feel like watching it today. It's like right in your face, like, oh snap, these people are trying to kill me.
so
Yeah,
a-
it's
and
different.
and this was like this thing for me kind of like you say is like, will I like do I regret Like, or will I regret about my life? Or because I don't know, I've seen it so often, and I think maybe from childhood about this. Look, in Russian have this like weird traditions before when like somebody die, they make this like procession with orchestra, like like music, like bro bro bro, like so everybody listen, like okay, here die. And it was like my kind of friend, like a boy, he finds some like a mine or bomb, and he explode with this. He was
Mhm.
like playing with the bomb and explode, and then next day they're like walking around with him in the coffin.
Oh my
And I was
god.
like, what the hell are you doing? I mean, it's like I don't understand this kind of things. And but this
Oh.
kind of make you feel like think about like life and death, like what and for me it was always interesting. I see how people like regret and cries like, oh, what I will do without you, or like people like I don't want to die, kind of like, okay, you don't want that, but what you want to do, right? Okay, let's see, we'll leave one more, but so what, you will just keep drinking alcohol? I mean,
Mhm.
what I mean, some people
Yeah.
like really like your life don't make any sense anyway. Like I mean, like you don't respect your life. You don't really want to do anything. Where's your goal? Where
Exactly.
anything like why then you so worry? And then I realized, yeah, this is exactly uh, what everybody regret. They regret their waste their life. And this like more you waste your life, more regretful, and more like death became like a tragedy. People were like oh. And then it's interesting, like uh also like I never, even when I go to art college and draw many years, I never like thought about myself as real artist until was moment when I was drawing, like I was drawing like many years already every day in the street, just go like different city draw. And then I was drawing, and sometimes like very tiresome, like you have like back pain, you really like want to go to rest, everything is like oh hell, it's like hot.
I could use a nap.
Yeah, yeah, no, this is like it's really like require your like discipline to just like keep drawing this thing. And then it was like something snap in my head, and I just like I see like um it's like environment drawing itself using my hands, and I see like my hands moving and drawing this picture, and it's just like, and I just it's just just you connected to this reality, kind of you start to feel everything, and it's like kind of like
Mhm.
it's exactly a definition of epiphany. It's like you feel like a god touching
Mhm.
you, and you like it's kind of like feel like conversation, like when he say like kind of he appreciate what you do and say like hey man, like
Mhm.
it's better than Instagram, because here it's like a god
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of watch your work, and he's like say like I like what you're doing, kind of. And uh and this moment kind of it's like everything like get connected and everything makes sense. And I realized like after this moment, I feel like I did everything in my life. Like in this moment it's been
Wow.
like kind of answer for everything. And like if I die like right away, I will like okay, because I just cannot
Yeah.
imagine what can be done more than this. And after it's like, okay, so this probably is real art.
That's real
Yeah,
art. That's
it's,
that's that's very inspirational to me
yeah,
because, for a long time I didn't feel that when I would draw. I would feel like this whole like, oh, I have to prove something. I have to show the world that I'm able to do something, that I'm not a loser. And but you just drawing and just becoming so creative that you can feel the presence of God with you is really inspirational.
yeah, yeah. So
Because I'm
because
starting.
yeah, yeah, because you kind of like draw and forgot.
Mhm.
So it's like
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, right? Like when you're taking a piece of a blank piece of paper and there's nothing on there. It's just a white piece of paper, and you're creating a world on that blank piece. That is, to me, it's just an incredible thing to do when you can create something from nothing. That's what
Yeah,
God, that's what God did. You know, not to say that's
yeah,
what God or something, but it's a piece of the Lord showing Himself through us.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking about this. Like, some people, go to church. They like, or like people like so often I see they treat like they should ask something from God, or like for luck or for benefits. But then I see like always it's a proper attitude. You just should be grateful, because
Mm,
it's like you say, like when you back to this civil environment with civilians, and you see like how everybody ungrateful, not appreciate what they have, and
yeah.
this what is really again like kind of what is your perspective, I think is so much important and fundamental, is that is this give you like full spectrum of just realization, like what you have, like what you actually been given kind of in your life.
Yeah, but on the same token, like we were told by like my superiors and like my higher sergeants and stuff that, you know, even though we feel this way, that we should understand that most civilians they will not get it. They will not comprehend that. And it's our responsibility as soldiers or deployed combat soldiers to somewhat educate them, like at least the ones that you come into close contact with, because dropping those little seeds like that will eventually spread out and eventually everybody will become grateful, and I really respect my Sergeant Cologne and my Sergeant Garcia for really teaching me and instilling that, and Sergeant Abdus. They've really like instilled like, hey, like civilians, it's gonna be different, but you still gotta treat them like, almost like babies because they don't know. So
Yeah.
you can't be
Mhm.
upset with them.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, so yeah, and back also to this, yeah, I have this interest also, like classical art, right? Like, so if we look at this, like artists who've been working in these crazy times in a hard, um, kind of crazy environment with all this stuff happening, like when they also been like warriors, like fighting, and after go and write or paint something. Um, I think it's like also like imagine, right? Like if we have this like community where is nobody aware of real life, it will never
Hmm.
survive. So this is why we need people who understand what happened, and it's great. Like, or artists should communicate with these people, or it's perfect when you are who artist, so you have
Hmm.
this knowledge and you also can make it, you can like whatever, like don't need to take it too straightforward. Maybe you just draw what you want, but just fact that you present, it's already very important. Like you can like go to some art conventions and there's some dudes like talking to you and you say like, yeah, you want to know, okay, I will tell you, kind of, something like this. So 'cause it's just kind of like with is like we have like a community of people talking their perspective, and then
Hmm.
you kind of like piercing their bubble, just saying, okay, this is what actually how thing is, kind of. So, and somebody will cry, but it's important information, it's important. I mean, like, again, exaggerate is kind of just important is some kind of fresh air of reality going into room.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yeah, those guys
Rodriguez.
those guys had it pretty bad back a long time ago. Oh, my fault.
Yeah,
No, you were saying about Rodriguez.
yeah. Say, ask your stories about Kim Jong-il.
Oh, it's Kim Jong-ji.
Mhm,
Yeah, so actually, I'm not gonna say who because let me say this with grace. One of his students is teaching me. He's mentoring me. He told me he doesn't mentor, but he's mentoring me, and I am completely grateful that this artist is mentoring me for
mhm.
free. And I'll send him some drawings, and he's just like, boom, like, hey, do this, do that, do this, and he's an amazing guy. Eventually, I will say his name publicly because he has a lot of students, and he's doing it for me for free, and I'm pretty sure that they're paying. So eventually, I will say a huge thank you to his student. But so Kim Jong Ji, a long time ago, when I started my Instagram, I um I wanted to be Kim Jong Ji, right? So I would try to draw like Kim Jong Ji and all that stuff, and I would do a lot of those. This is like in the mid, like around the time he first came out on Instagram, and we were doing all these drawings on like perspective drawings where you're drawing yourself, pretty much what you do, G.
Uh-huh.
Where you're drawing yourself in a city or urban sketching or urban drawing. Um, I drew one of my drawings and like he liked it. And I was like, nah. I was like, no way. So I actually looked on his profile and then he like and it was actually him. It was actually the man himself. So
Who,
then
Kim Jong-il?
yeah, Kim Jong-il, right?
Oh,
So
crazy.
then uh, so then I was like stunned because I'm like, wait, this is Kim Jong-il here, man. Like this guy is like no joke. Like so I wrote to him right while I Google Translate because we didn't have like at that time there was no like AI and all this stuff. So I translated, a little message to him like, hey, thanks for liking my work or for liking my work. You're a big inspiration to me and I really, sent him his message, and then he wrote back to me,
Wow.
and pretty much the message was like, "Your drawings are amazing. I love the way you're drawing. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing." And then I wrote to him a handful of times, and he got back to me like once or twice more. But that was a highlight of my life for sure.
Yeah, I also always mention like Kim Jong-il, he was training. He's like in the Korean Navy SEALs or something like that. You know this?
Yeah, I think he was. So I don't think he was a SEAL, but I do believe that he was just a normal soldier in the Korean army, so they have to pretty much they don't have no choice. They have to sorry, I'm trying to get this right. They have to
Yeah,
put in
yeah.
4 years or 2 years every year. Ah man, I
Mm.
hope let's see. So see if that works. That's better.
Yeah, I make a little beer.
Let's see if that works.
Mhm. So you
But they
draw
have to
on
they have to join the military.
mm,
No,
the
I'm gonna be honest. I pulled this up just only for the podcast. I don't draw with my Wacom anymore.
uh-huh.
So I think I might turn the light back on. I might just pull out my big sketchbook and do some gesture drawings. It might be a lot
Yeah,
easier
yeah,
that way.
sure. Так.
So I was gonna do some of your perspective grids because I've been doing a lot of them. Like I said, I've been studying your perspective grid stuff, and I'm gonna do a challenge where I'm doing perspective drawings every single day for the next 6 months. So I'm gonna do
Oh,
like
cool.
30 of them, 40 of them.
Do you
Yeah.
have like
Let me see.
some project in mind, like you want to draw comic book or animation?
In fact, yeah, I actually have three short story, like not short story, three one-shot comics that I'm gonna be working on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's crazy, man. Like sometimes you just have to go for things because I'm over here like, oh, I'm not ready, like art wise, I think I suck, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just you just gotta you just You just gotta go. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah, I have so much um, the resistance, like procrastination, and procrastination can be tricky because you can um, is in a different level, because like one level is when you, instead of making project, you go for studies, when you kind of can learn forever, and it's just like, okay, I think I'm ready to make it, and you start to make your project, and then again, no, 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 I need more study, and it's just like kind of tricky procrastination.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta like stop the study and just go for it. And that's how you get better anyways, when you're actually like applying your work and what you've learned and just going as much as you can, as hard as you can. But not being a perfectionist really helped me. That's what these little sketches are I do every day.
Hmm.
It really helped me just understand like, okay, I don't have to be super perfect. I wish I had a better camera so the world could see.
Nice. Yeah, interesting to see your comic book. So yeah, so also um, Daniel wrote me. He say he was in army with you.
Oh yeah, so he Daniel was in my unit.
Uh-huh.
No, I think he was he in my unit? But he was there like he was there and then he like retired. Yeah, he's a really good artist, man.
Yeah, he go to Kubert school.
Yep, Joe Kubert School of Arts. Yep.
So cool.
Yeah, dude
Yeah,
is good, man. His comic book's crazy.
yeah. I need to buy. I will have some salary, and I will buy original.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bought it. Yep. I, I don't know if he has any new issues. And I was actually working on one of his covers for him a few years ago, but then I ended up getting deployed. So then I'm just like I had a lot of training and like before deployment, there's a lot of military training. So I was just like, all right, you know what? Let me just finish it later. But eventually I'll finish that off. Is he still in the chat?
Yeah. So chat ask Alex Rodriguez ask. Have you? Do you ever think about making YouTube content?
Yeah, I do. I'm just I'm very shy, guys. Sometimes I feel like I stutter. Um, I have social anxiety for sure, but I really should make a YouTube channel because I really want to start getting to know my community, like the art community, and because a lot of you guys are really awesome, and I need to, get to know everybody more and just be more proactive. I think that was the biggest mistake that I've had drawing in so far is just not making art friends.
Hmm.
I think I could do it on my own, and that's not true.
I mean, yeah, is
So
there's a lot of YouTube channels when they just draw like you draw right now, just like background music and they're drawing. Uh, but I think like for me, why I make YouTube, because I've been teaching for a long time, and it's hard to find advanced students. They're always kind of beginners.
yeah,
So you always need to teach this kind of like very basic stuff again and again, again and again. And I so kind of tired of this, and it's so boring. I want to really like talk about very difficult stuff. I want like I just learned something crazy and I want to share it. So that's why I make YouTube, kind of, so I can just talk about what is important for me. So it's kind of
Yeah, I can see that.
mhm, mm. So it's kind of, you see, it's like uh it's help, it's like how it's called, steam valve, right? Like let steam out.
Oh yeah, letting it seem out. Yep.
Yeah, so it's because like all this stuff in your head and you want to really to speak about it. And I think this also what is actually good for YouTube, because it's kind of authentic. It's really what I think. Yeah, I'm not again. I'm not like researching like, oh, what should I make video about? No, I just look what I want to say, what I want to explain.
Yeah, I think a lot of times is I feel like people aren't gonna watch. So I'm one of those big people that I don't like to waste my time. So if I feel like I'm gonna make some content, people aren't gonna watch it. Especially apparently if like the first like year or two, people aren't just they're just not gonna watch it. I'm thinking to
Mhm.
myself like, man, should I waste that time putting this content out there? Nobody's gonna see it. Um,
Yeah, that's why I
but
say
I
it's. Mhm.
no no no
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, no, you.
No no you're good you're good.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's like not just kind of being honest. Um, these people like very good YouTubers. They doing it because they making money, right? They making brand, they selling stuff. It's not like they're doing it for people. Nobody doing for people. So you can do it like maybe 5 video. You can do it once or a couple times, but then you stop. Is this an unrealistic motivation? So
Yeah
to be able really like being like making constant production kind of like, right, like making this video regularly, all this stuff, you should do it for your own reason. So
yeah
like independently for what people say, like is there somebody watching or not, so this is not important. So it's just like reality. So um yeah, for me, like again, it's like help me like talk talk out kind of. And also it's I aware that it's good for me also training to be more verbal, so I can uh, when you speak, you learn also how to talk about this
hmm
stuff. That's why also I was thinking like, yeah, I want to invite artists, and like I see you can be like YouTuber, you can be like more kind of like presented online, right? So and I think like if we make this kind of video, it's also can it's a kind of experience for you to see how it works. So you just like open camera, you go online, that's it. That's,
I really appreciate you bringing me on here to do this because like I said I'm really shy about being on camera and showing myself and stuff like that. But this is it's actually kind of fun. I'm having a good time,
mm.
and it's not as bad as I thought. I'm just talking and drawing, some two things that I like to do.
Yeah, so like I was thinking about, okay, like I want to draw on the camera something that I will draw anyway. So it's not like I drawing for people. I just do what I choose to do anyway. And I just make it like multitasking. So instead of just drawing it for myself, I also make it like going out.
Mm.
And then like then idea like grows when I have this understanding that I really want to contribute. So you start also think about like, yeah, uh, what can I do? And you answer, say, I definitely can do this. So I have no right. So like like let's say when it's like everything collapse, and I will say, and I sit on the rubble, and I will say like I cannot do anything about that. It will be not true. I know
Yeah.
I can start YouTube channel kind of before, and like to teach more people kind of, because this is how it works. People learn stuff from other people. People understand what happened because other people tell them.
Mm.
So you can say like, why nobody speak about this, or why nobody showing it, why nobody explains this, or you can open camera and explain and tell people and show people yourself.
Yeah. That's a good. Those are some really good points. Really good points.
So and then
Um,
so it's like every time I remind this myself, kind of logic of this, and say like, yeah, I doing this just because I want to practice my principles, and this is kind of disciplines of really do what I believe, no matter
mm.
what, like have an outcome or have a reward or not, right?
uh,
Hmm.
Ringo 0210. As an advanced painter, I've noticed that many people stop progressing once they reach this level, because from that point on, they only draw the things they're used to and comfortable with. That's very true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. That's one of those things where it's like you have to um, get comfortable with not being able to draw what you can draw, because doing these doing these little 1 minute sketches that I try to do every day,
Hmm.
they were like really trash in the beginning, like really trash. I'm drawing around an iPod. I'm drawing I'm drawing around on a tripod right now, so it's kind of weird, but it was very difficult back in the day.
Hmm.
Um, like they were hard, but now they're kind of easier. So I'm trying to do things now to make them harder, so that way I learn better.
Yeah, also interesting about drawing people is like I always had this problem is like watching for tutorials, watching for a book, like how should I start to draw figure? Like should I start from proportions, or should I start from making a line, or from boxes, or, and then I realized like I just need to draw more.
I know exactly. I know that feeling because you fall into this trap of like, well, if I watch this tutorial, I'll get better. And then you're just like, all right, well then maybe I should just watch this tutorial. You know what? Maybe I'll watch that tutorial. And then you just keep going down these loops. Next, you know, you've watched 3 hours, 4 hours of tutorials, and you didn't draw nothing yet.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you draw more, and like I say also in videos, like when people ask me like how should I, from what to begin, like what drawing first, something like this, I say just like you need to draw, try every way, just every way you find, try them all, and in total just should be a lot of drawings. This is more important.
Yeah. And I learned this lesson from my wife. So as I was doing this, like this challenge for myself, at first I was drawing just to draw. I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe I'll just the more of these I draw, the better I'll get, you know.
Hmm.
And she really taught me this around day 21. And she was like, why don't you draw with intention? And I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh. She's like, why don't you every time you draw one of these pictures, you know, these little sketches, try to learn something from each and every last one.
Mm. Yeah, it's
Make it
cool.
intention. Don't just
Hmm.
draw just to draw. Because you can draw thousands of whatever,
Hmm.
but at the end of the day, if you're drawing thousands of the same things, not learning something from it, it doesn't mean anything. You have to draw with intentions.
Yeah, this also kind of
But that
like to mhm. Sorry.
no, I'm sorry. There's like that lag. So
Oh, yeah, very cool point. Yeah, and this also explain like why some artists they stuck on one level, which I think is not problem if I don't know why not, why call it problem if you're a good person, maybe you other time you teach people, you're like very rich and you build hospitals. But in general, I think this kind of thing happen because artists they just their intention not change, and like for example, like when you draw from outdoors, like when you try to draw real life, it's kind of like it's humanly impossible to draw what you see.
Mhm.
It's just impossible. And like no matter how you improve, you will always see that you cannot make it how you see it. Like it's just physical limits.
Yeah, yeah.
So you always
And
try to
all of
make it
us,
better. Sorry.
and all of us see the world very differently. So you could get two artists to draw a cup, and they'll draw the cup completely different. You know, so it's kind of like you have to draw how you feel instead of just trying to copy the world around you one for one. That's what Kim Jong Gi said in one of his videos that really surprised me.
Hmm.
He said that he doesn't he had an example of a helmet. It was a military helmet. He was
Hmm.
like, okay, this is a military helmet, a World War II helmet, and I've drawn this helmet before. But the reality is, and I don't know like exactly what that helmet looked like. I can remember it, so I'm drawing the feeling behind it. So if you look at this and you'll be like, oh, that's a World War II helmet because it's kind of in that setting. But the reality is it's not really a World War II helmet. It's a helmet that he remembers how it feels in his mind. And that's important to capture how you feel, like capture the world and how you feel.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's like being in yeah kind of being introvert in this sense, right? So instead of trying to draw superficial look, you go look inside yourself and you look for what is mean for you.
Yes, because we all see art differently. We all see it differently. There's nobody that sees art the same.
So yeah, I was like making this to workshops about urban sketch, and it's kind of um, like idea about like your inside world and outside world. We've taken these ideas like some kind of standard, like very obvious and normal thing, but is not normal, is not standard. It's a metaphor. People just create this metaphor to explain world around, right? So we say,
Yeah,
okay, here's like kind of inside your head certain world, right? It's kind of your inner world, and outside your head is kind of like outside world, some kind of world which um, behave on its own. He's doing something without care of you. It just exists, right? But
yeah. It
it's
goes back. Uh-huh.
mhm. But it's very
Sorry.
interesting because it's not so it's actually not such things. It's like you cannot find this um, border between these worlds. Is not exist. So you cannot actually. I mean, like you can say like, okay, your inner world inside your head, or it's under your skin. Where is this exactly, right? So, and this is kind of this philosophical kind of question which you cannot answer. And when we draw, it's also kind of like wrestling this thing It's like you want to show what happened outside, or you want to capture what happened outside, but only you able to do this because you draw what is in your own mind.
Hmm.
Because you what you see is what your mind see, and what your mind see is happen in your world, kind of in your inner world, right?
Exactly.
So it's like happen kind of crazy dance of what is real and what is in your head.
Yeah, because we all see reality very different from each other. Like none of us see. I mean, yeah, like the photons of light are photons of light, and we see lights in pretty much the same, you know, uh, visionary spectrum. But at the end of the day, like you interpret that light differently. Like it goes back to the old philosophical question, like, is my blue and your blue the same?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah, maybe it's like somehow it's like everybody able to communicate to each other, so we believe like we perceive same colors. But
Hmm.
it's just illusion. Nobody actually perceives same colors. Everybody sees their own colors.
Yeah,
It's have like
exactly.
in our college we have like this story. I think it's not real, but it's interesting. Like say it was student in our college, and his grandma, like he have crazy grandma, and she teach him from childhood that red color it's a green.
Mm.
So it's not
Yeah,
like
that's
he
crazy.
he's not color blind. He just like all his life, like his grandma tell him like showing red color says a green color. So he like when he speak, he mean red, but he say green.
That's wild. There's a Native American tribe that they could not see the color blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like in their
Oh,
mind, they physically couldn't eat. There was blue, but they couldn't see it or recognize the color blue. And I forget the reasons why. I guess it's because it's like their visual language was different, so they didn't interpret blue as blue. So when they came down to look at the color blue, they couldn't see the color blue. Like they couldn't see this. They wouldn't be able to see this drawing because it would be like this drawing is blue. It would be blank to them. It's weird, really strange.
yeah.
Uh, let's
So,
see. All right. It feels weird drawing with a tripod.
yeah, yeah, it's very annoying. I find for myself, I buy eventually like arm is like for lamp, you know. Like I will draw here. It's yeah, we'll draw like Kim Jong Il here. This very
Yeah. So my
convenient.
my goal event, my
Hmm.
goal. So I'm doing my next challenge that I'm doing is like I said, I'm gonna do your perspective grids. I've done. Let's see if I can find that sketchbook. I've almost filled up this one sketchbook with just perspective grids, and so I'm semi decent with perspective, but I want to master it, and I feel like you mastered it very well. So I started doing these perspective grids.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I
Hmm.
started doing these a lot, really practicing them, and then now I'm
Hmm.
like here, I'm starting to put figures in the perspective,
Nice. Yeah, it's so cool
and
like
then
to see.
yep, and then
Yeah.
now just doing like those actual perspective grids that you actually do, and I'm just doing just the grids for right
Hmm.
now because I want to master this. Like whenever I'm outside and I'm looking, I'm like, all right, I can see this in my head.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. It's like grammar. It's very much like a language. So if you study foreign language, it feels exactly the same. So you just like when we speak, you kind of automatically start to make composition of from words. So same when you understand perspective, you understand how it works, you became like automatically, naturally, you start everything put into perspective.
hmm I mean, I'm fairly good with perspective, because I've been drawing now for a few years, and but I want to master it, and I'm
Hmm.
learning the importance of perspective, and especially from drawing these little gestures. You don't have a choice. After a while, the perspective starts to make sense. It starts to kick in, and you're like, oh, I have to put this
Mm.
I have to put this leg in perspective, otherwise it's gonna look off. You forget what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like shoulders, pelvis, knees. You need to see them like in the perspective grid. Right. So you see what I draw?
Oh, you're drawing a lamp?
Yeah. So it's like a phone holder, very convenient. Like you can put a phone here. So it's not like a tripod is more distracting when you draw. So it can be phone. So here's your sketchbook, your table. Like I connect my camera here to this thing.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. So also like I recommend that I buy Insta High School, Insta 360. It's not expensive, but it's so cool web camera. Like you, right now I use is kind of quality looks same like when you make video from a phone, from like iPhone
Okay.
quality. Other web camera, they kind of have some problem with the picture. This one look best and not expensive.
Yeah.
Insta.
I'm definitely gonna get some equipment now.
Oh,
This is
just
really
this.
inspirational to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's just yeah, like it will be cool if it will be some kind of like uh, we create this community of artists, so we can like sometimes invite each other, draw together online, or something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome. I think that's one of the biggest things about like us artists is sometimes we could be way too ourselves, like way too much sometimes. Man,
You mean like
it's
isolated?
very isolated.
Yeah, yeah, same. I like
Trying to see if I can,
here this guy.
sorry folks, I'm sitting here playing with my space that way I can make it perfect so you guys can see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
feel sometimes we're like way too isolated, and I that's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Mhm. Yeah, and like I did like about first 100 videos I did for YouTube, like live stream. I choose live streams because I don't need to make edits. I had editing video. It's it's take too much time, you know. Like instead of drawing, I spend all day like cut, put music, all the stuff. Like I had to do this. I better like prepare for live. So if I want to make tutorial, I will like rehearsal, make sure I will not look stupid. and But sometimes still I have some life when I was like making like tutorial, I explain and it's like, oh no, it's wrong. Like I'm explaining like totally wrong, and I just like off, kind of cowardly run away from a stream.
I think that's one of my biggest fears is to like because I stutter sometimes and I get too caught up in my train of thought, so I have to talk kind of slower. And I have this bad thing where I'm like, oh man, I messed up this word. Now I have to go back and repeat myself. I lost my train of thought. Now I have to go back and figure it out. And I get caught in this loop of like like my mind's everywhere, you know?
Yeah, so first like couple hundred videos it was like this. It's like super stressful. I like really like, it's crazy. Like it feels like you're right, like you're super famous and like all world watching you, you know. It's like even, you know, like I have like 5 people on a stream, but it feels like all the world watching you, like you're so important. Everybody think about you. Like it's
Yeah.
so funny.
Did you ever think about giving up?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And again, it's this kind of like this previous experience help a lot because I have um, trained myself to finish drawings no matter what. And I have like so many these moments when like in the middle of a drawing I was like, oh no, it's a bad, it's so bad. And like all these people walking around, they watching me draw and they're like laughing at me. Your brain start to kind of create these pictures, right? So like, no man, it's a bad, you cannot draw, you draw so many year and you draw still so bad. You should understand finally you're not a real artist. Why you keep wasting your
Yeah.
time? Like, grow up, find a real job. And you know this voice
Yup.
kind of speaking in your head, and you really feel like you're like limping, is like no energy. Like, oh no, really, like it's true. And then you say like, okay, it's just like Joe Rogan says, like inner bitch, right? He's just like whining in your head, it's like, oh no, no, it's like
Yep. Yep.
give up, no, just let's like don't expose yourself, you know, like don't let people
Yep.
see you're not so cool. You say you need to think you're very cool, don't expose yourself. All this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, you gotta be a superhuman, not a normal human. You gotta be that guy that just can you were just born this way. You were able to just draw magically out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I love doing these drawings. Like I make so many mistakes and I just it's like repetition. I'm like, okay, well then I make this mistake or I don't like this and I just won't repeat it in the next one. That perspective sometimes you just have to get over perfectionism and just flow, let it go. Just
Yeah,
Happy
I mean,
Batman
like,
Day to you too, Rodriguez.
happy birthday. If you like watch like Kim Jong-gi, right? His drawing's not perfect, right? So every artist like best top master. If you look closely, you'll find like, okay, like here his circle not perfect. Here he definitely like you see he want to draw something like this, but he draw like that. Like you start to see errors. So what? Like if you don't like search for them, you will never notice.
Yeah. That comes down to like I forget what famous painting this is, but the guy who he painted with dots. He has like a million dots on the page, but it creates a from far away it creates an extremely beautiful painting. But if you zoom in, it's like a bunch of dots and random
Mhm.
colored dots, and that it kind of goes into that. Like it's like sometimes there's mistakes everywhere. You know, um, there's mistakes everywhere. There's not the color you expect to be there, and but it's not about the individual pieces. It's about how the whole totality of the drawing
Yeah.
itself or the picture itself is.
Yeah, because drawing is a trick. We need to like convince people they see something real, like hypnotize them.
Yep.
So and if you
Unless you do
like, hmm?
unless you do AI art.
Oh, this I even don't talk about. I mean, it's kind of like okay, like AI. I have this comparison. Um, I mean, it's fine if you use it for something. I don't like in general. I don't blame anyone. But if like you generate images in AI and you consider it like creative process, it's like it's the same kind of creative process like a playing computer game. So it's like imagine like one day I realized like when I play like GTA 5, for example, I just, I as artist, I just enjoy picture, right? Like this like sky, cars. I always like say, no way. Like in my childhood, I cannot imagine to see computer games this quality. And I just
Yeah.
like it's blowing my mind to see all these details. Like I'm like I go out from car and I look somebody face and I can see his eyes and like, oh my god, so amazing, so many details. And one day I realized like big part for me of playing computer game is just like substitution of creative process because it feels for me like I'm making picture on a screen, like I pushing buttons and picture change. So like
Yeah.
kind of subconsciously it's my way to is kind of like lazy substitute for creative process.
Yeah. I don't find AI to be bad. And let me go back and say this
Hmm.
why. Is because the better AI gets at drawing, the better it means that I have to get to draw better than AI. So
Uh-huh,
if,
uh-huh.
if, so I compete with myself, but I also compete with AI. Or if I could say it like that. Like if
Hmm.
I can draw better, like because there's this guy, right? I forget his name, but this artist on TikTok draws so good that people thought it was AI. And he
Oh.
had to put his process up. And I think that's a huge compliment when somebody's drawing normal, like they're out there drawing and painting, and people are like, "Hey, you're using AI to make these pictures. Why are you passing off as real art?" And then he puts up his process of him actually doing the art, and it just shuts everybody down. It's kind of like, wow, you're that good.
Mm, yeah. Oh, I don't even see it's a competition. It's like, I mean, not as art competition. It just will take jobs of making like not a real art. So all this like not real art jobs that artists do before, like a drawing logo, drawing icons, drawing some kind of stupid advertisement. Now all this will do AI. So artists finally can do only real art.
Yep.
It's just like
No,
we'll
I think
make
it's
it, maybe make it more noble to be artist. I think. Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of like a rite of passage now, like being able to draw what people, create with AI, just draw it from your mind. Our art form is becoming a loss. It will become a lost art eventually, but I don't know. Can't say that for sure because people will always be drawing for eternity.
Yeah,
Uh,
same like a camera. So before, like camera photographs appear and quality grow, and then we have like perfect quality of the photographs, right? I think it's same like how it was in this time, like artists being like, whoa, like no more point to draw like super photorealistic drawings because camera will always do better than you. And kind of, yeah, definitely, yeah, like you can't compete with a photo camera, but
Yeah, no.
what the point? Kind of like, really? Like, why? Seems like AI, yeah,
I
AI
just
might, mhm,
no, no, go ahead.
yeah. No, AI can make some image, some look. So what? It's not only about look. It should be some kind of somebody perspective, and AI can only imitate perspective, imitate like point of view. It cannot have point of view.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. You hit it the nail right on the head. It's about
Mhm.
creativity that we bring as people. We have creativity, and I don't believe that AI can actually create the creativity.
It will create its own stuff. So we will just always have a choice. Like you can take like right now we can you can buy photograph or you can buy some artist work, and then it will be also you can buy some AI art. Just another option.
Oh no, I shook the camera. Oh man, my camera is horrible. I just want to apologize to everybody.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's okay. Uh, Yeah, anyway, so I was talking like if you do live streams or like video for YouTube, first couple videos they're very uncomfortable, but if you know it's temporary, it's no big deal. So and then it's really became like um, you find out you can just speak about something you really want to speak. So like like comic book, for example, like you never know you want to make comic book about some subject just because you never draw comic book. And now when you know, oh, I can draw some story, and here is a story in your head which actually been whole your life in your head.
Mm.
Like I hard to say. I hope you did not.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
no,
just
I
like,
understand what you're
mhm,
saying.
yeah. So kind of like you're open this valve, and now it's like something what inside you start to get out, and you realize you have some like your like something actually worth sharing. Like this motto of TED Talks, they have like ideas worth spreading, and then you
Hmm.
realize actually you have something in your mind and you think it really should be told. Somebody need to hear it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Something. What is that old saying? What is knowledge if not shared is not knowledge at all. It's wasted.
Mm,
Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. It's like clap in the forest when there's nobody there.
Does it make a sound?
Yeah, yeah. Is there sound?
Well, that what it comes down to, honestly, for myself personally, it's an anxiety thing. It's kind of like because of what happened a long time ago,
Hmm.
it's still hard to um it's still hard to get over in a way. And I don't want to blame my shortcomings for my past because I I'm getting better at not using my past as a weapon for my victimhood because I don't
Uh-huh.
believe in victimhood. I believe in moving forward.
Hmm.
But that little bit of anxiety that I get from one, talking to people, and then two, and then having people judge me on the basis of my work.
Mhm, mhm.
It lingers. It lingers for sure, absolutely. And that's why like today when you were like, hey, I don't know, I mean, last week when you were asking me to do this podcast, at first I was kind of like, nah, like in my mind, but I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna do it because I think this would be a good way for me to break the ice with being out in the world,
Mhm.
talking to a good person, and then talking to a fellow artist, a fellow brother artist. And
Mm,
I find that, I really, like I said, I'm really honored to be on your podcast right now and to be sitting here drawing with you. It's definitely eye opening for me. And then
oh,
also the reading the comments and having everybody in this chat support us. I just think it's amazing.
cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm also very excited. Like, I'm glad you agree. Very cool. Yeah, it's like it's again. I'm actually also not social right now. Like, kind of since 2022, kind of like I break almost every my relationships, like friends, like and kind of like I don't know, this kind of state when sometimes for no reason I just want to argue with people, like I want to break contacts with them, and like it's actually no reason, but I find some stuff and like start to being like grumpy, and then just break on every relationship.
You have the grumpy old man syndrome.
I just like bah, 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 after that's it, like a slamming door,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, you got the grumpy old man syndrome where you're like, get off my lawn, kids.
Yes.
What is that kid doing over there on my lawn? I don't like him. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to do the same, where I shut everybody out of my life
yeah,
because
it's
one, I like being alone, and sometimes my wife tells me I'm too alone.
mm,
But the reality is we need people,
yeah.
whether we like it or not.
Yeah, it
You
make
know,
us crazy if we don't communicate. It's really we're losing mind. Became like because I think it's like again about this inside outside. It's this kind of paradox. Is like we it's even I think it's some kind of modern thing for people to believe in individualism so much. It's like believe like you can be yourself all your life, like this kind of Robinson Crusoe myth, right? Like you can be just alone on an island, kind of this, when I think in reality we like you always need some other people to know who you are, kind
yeah,
of this. So not like to be yourself, not lose your mind, not lose yourself. You need always somebody like to see yourself in their in them, like or see yourself through them. So like you talk with some people and you see like, okay, so I am not like a weirdo. I'm not crazy. I'm not like different from them. They kind of accept in me. They're like feel safe around me. So it's already kind of thing telling, giving you information like who you are. Like kind of we we kind of need this, I think. Cannot avoid this stuff.
yeah. Being around people. I mean, so like I tried to. A lot of people, especially like when I was overseas, they didn't understand my introversion. Um,
Uh-huh.
so me and my one sergeant, we were extremely introverted. So I'm introverted, but I can be semi-social where I can talk to people, but eventually I'd get drained and I need to be alone. My
Mm-hmm,
other
mm-hmm.
sergeant, he's introverted, but he's also antisocial. So it's
Oh,
different where he didn't want to speak to anybody. He just would sit there quietly, not talk to you.
yeah.
He would look at you like you're stupid. And then he would not want to be around people, but then he would sporadically talk, be around, shoot the shit, and then disappear. And then when I would do it, that like disappear, I constantly had to explain it to everybody. Like they would come up to me like, "Hey, are you all right? Are you all right? What's wrong? Or is there something wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I need to be alone." And it got to the point where people like my extremely antisocial Sergeant Garcia,
Mm.
he had to explain to them like, "Yo, the guy is an introvert. He needs to be alone. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Leave him alone." And a lot of people didn't understand that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Alex Rodriguez say it's like archetype we choose to be introverted. Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean, yeah. Yeah, kind of like some, if I understand right, what he means is like we is no such thing as introvert. Yeah, it's like everything is made up actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very true. To a degree, we all need people, no matter how introverted you are. Um, but that archetype is true. Like, I get drained. I don't know how anybody else is, but like when I'm around a group of people, I'll get drained for like 3 days where I have to be alone to
Hmm.
speak to, and then speak to people again. Like my energy is physically like, oh, I'm tired. It's weird. It's a really weird thing.
Yeah, me like I'm from small city, and I don't see like much new people around. So like who I see, it's like same neighbors, like same people I know kind of almost all life, right? No, like before. Now I'm in Taiwan. So, but then when I'm 2011, I go first time to Moscow. It's like big city, and it was like little intimidating. I was like, whoa, here is so many people. Like in one day I see like this huge flow crowd, like some kind of like rock concert, like people like just
Whoa,
flowing around you. Like you can see like easily you can see 1,000 people in one day. And like for me it was like, whoa, like that's unusual.
that's how it
And
feels like to be in Manhattan, man.
yeah. And then I go to China. I was in Shanghai and all this, and it's like super crowded. And they're like psychologists. They're like they feel safe in the crowd. They always need to be surrounded with other people. Uh, and like I even like friend engineer from Shanghai. He was like working in Germany, and he tell me like like really like some kind of nightmare telling me like, Gene, I was in Germany, right? And like in the evening after 5 there is no people on the streets. It's like I say like, yeah, that's a perfect.
Rodriguez says some people need outside validation and introverts feed off internal energy. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
No, yeah, I mean
Extroverts
mhm,
extroverts are like like this world is built on extroversion. Social media, wanting to be famous, sports athletes. Everybody's like they want to be seen. So this world is built on, you know, extroversion, where everybody's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. They're looking for that outside validation. When
mhm.
us introverts, it's internal energy. So when we have to be around people, it drains that energy, man. And then you have to have that solitude in order to gain that energy back.
But
Yeah, I totally agree with that statement.
oh, it's interesting. I mean, like sometimes also we can very easy to debunk everything or like all these ideas. So I mean, like introverts also need a kind of validation. I mean, like what I was just talk recently. For me, I found out everybody needs validation. So it's just fact. I don't know. It's like part kind of just being in your mind. You need to see like everything okay with you through other people's eyes. It might sounds like a kind of woke stuff, like when you was like, please tell me I'm a girl, like I want to believe in this. But no, it's just like you notice if you like see like weeks alone. Yeah, I at least with myself, I kind of like always thought I'm introverted, but then I find like I start to like kind of losing my mind if I don't have any conversation with people. So like you totally like go somewhere like uh yeah, creating your own world. You think things like that. You think about people who they not really are. Creates your own idea about everybody, about um, kind of situation, right? So, and it's just like reality check. Yeah. So it's not some kind of soy thing to have validation from people. It's validation in a sense of reality check. So like you think about yourself something, right? But you need also to check like how you look for others, like in an indirect way, not like asking them to tell you a good person, but just to see like do you really like are you like because if people like run away from you every time you go outside, it's telling something you're doing something wrong, right? Maybe you don't take shower or you like in the all cover in the blood and you walk in the streets like, oh, I want to kind of go to
And
McDonald's, take milkshake, and
that
like
guy,
everybody running like,
yeah, that guy got that stank breath.
yeah, yeah. So it's a reality check, validation in a sense, just to make sure you have right idea of what happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, and somehow it's like I say, it's like uh have your inner view always should be like validated with a world outside. So you need to see like connection between your vision and what happening outside. So you need to go there and you need like you draw, you show, and you see like how it's what kind of reaction it make. So kind of this.
Oh no.
uh,
I'm wondering if yeah, this
Don't
is
know.
real finicky. So I'm sorry if like things are getting chopped off here, everyone.
Uh,
Oh
no,
no,
it's
never
fine.
mind. Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
I
Uh,
I had the mouse down. Okay. Grammar. What's going on, grammar? I ran an experiment when I got my first apartment and I started living alone. I did not speak to people for a month and I did not leave my apartment. Results: I had difficulty with speaking with people. Yup.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So
And then his
in
next point is we
mhm.
need, sorry, excuse me. He said our next point is we need people no matter how introverted we are. Exactly.
Yeah,
When I did that vow of silence for those few months, man, it was very awesome for me, but it wasn't awesome. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I had a good
uh,
time, like, not speaking to a single soul. And it was awesome for me, but it wasn't awesome for my wife and my daughter.
uh,
So it's one of those things where it's kind of like you have to understand what you're doing to other people as well.
yeah,
So, like, when you're getting invited to parties and you're getting, all this stuff, like, hey, come to my house, let's hang out or do this. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes actually people need you and they look to you as a comfort.
yeah. So it's
So sometimes it
also,
uh-huh.
mhm. Yeah, no, sorry, yeah. So interesting. Hmm.
Yeah,
So
no, sometimes it's important to put your feelings aside to be there for others.
yeah, I mean, if you care, if you care as people, right? Why not to help them or like do something for people who you care about, right? So in this way, I also think it's like mm, introversion, extroversion, all this is some kind of, it's just like little twerks or how twerks, forget this word, like s- quirks. It's just some quirks. It's not some
Quirk,
kind of
quirk,
quirk. You know,
quirk. Yeah, there you go.
it's some kind of just like minor feature. It's not like a core of personality, kind of, right? So it's like, yeah, I have like tendency, like sometimes I can be overwhelmed, like sensory overload, like when I have too much conversation, too many people around, and I will next day I just want to sit in my room, kind of like, no, like see less people next day. Um, but I really enjoy communication with people, and it's like I have this kind of oxytocin trigger. You know oxytocin?
No.
It's like they call it like hormone of love. I think it's like some Christian scientists discover this. They say like kind of like when uh, it's like what you feel when you see children or like small cats, puppies, kind of this, right? Look, you
Oh,
have this hormone.
oh, empathy?
Yeah, like empathy hormone, kind of.
Okay.
So, and I kind of have it all the time. So, I can see, like for example, like I sit whole week at home drawing stuff, and then I go Taipei to meet some like people about my project. And like I just love Taiwan and Taiwan people. I just walk out around and look like, I mean, they're beautiful. Like all these people, like they have some kind of, I like how they look, I like how they move. I feel like glad around them, like I feel like I want to do something for them, this kind of feeling. So it's like I like to be alone, but in the same time I'm very happy to kind of this kind of have these feelings, like just unmotivated attraction and like just being glad about other people.
Hmm. That ask me. I want to bring you to a question. How did you end up in Taiwan?
um yeah, so I kind of, I can make it little long story if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Oxytocin, yeah, Dove PPC. Yeah. So yeah, I born in no southwest Russia. So it's like small town. I've been there like like 20 something years, and I was like it was feeling like I will there forever. Like whole life like stuck in there in small town. And then I was kind
Mm,
of, and I was study art college, and we have like very cool, like very based fundamental education in art college in our area. Somehow I don't know, they have this very nice system, but I was already start to kind of witness how it's crumble. It's like because before government supports these places, but then government say like, okay, now you want money, you need to find it yourself, and they start just to accept everyone who can pay. So if before it was like they can choose, like you have talent, okay, you go inside. Then they just say like, okay, you're some spoiled brat from rich family. Welcome. We need your money. so
oh man.
so it's kind of like a environment like start to go down, and it's like kind of like I feel like when I was like after 2 years in our college, I just like feel like environment, like my classmates, they more distract me than help me to draw, to improve. So I feel
Yeah,
like
got you.
I just want to quit, like pursue my own stuff, and just like I don't want to waste my life here. And like I was worried about like if I finish education, what I will do after. I see all who finish, they kind of became alcoholics, like they don't know what to do with this. Best of you can teach in the art college after you finish, kind of, you know. And
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I exaggerating. Maybe like right now I look at this, I think maybe I've been like kind of over exaggerating it and still like a lot of opportunity. But this how I feel it in the moment. So I decide to quit and um it was a lot of weird stuff. I've been like decide to quit art forever, like and make a business. I try to make business. I've been director of newspaper and
Oh wow.
um, then it's like I almost die from it. I mean, like so kind of exhausting and boring. It's like, oh my God, it's so annoying doing all this stuff. Like, it was first time in my life when I've been tired from taking money because I need like every time in a while I need go to bank and take cash. And it's like, oh my God, like I never know I will tired from this.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then I said like, okay, I want to quit because like this newspaper had owner and I was like kind of like how's it called executive director kind of. So
Hmm.
and I want to quit, but I want to make it a nice way. So I need to like delegate all my work to secretary. So I find a secretary woman, and I like about 1 month I've been writing like task for a secretary, like what she need to do, and I need to develop how can I check that she do everything right. So you write in like whole structure. It was like, oh, so crazy, everything is killing me. And um,
Wow.
I did this. So we find secretary, I give her this like uh, task, like what she must do. I tell like give everything to this like business owner, say like how he can check her and stuff, and I leave. And it was very cool. Like say, wow, I really did this. Problem with this business stuff for me, no matter how much work I did, no matter how hard it was, I never feel like I achieved something. It's never like I never feel like rewarded or
Yeah.
satisfied. So I realized like,
That's
yeah, I just cannot live without art. Mhm.
and that's the trap of living like doing normal work, day-to-day work. And so my cousin who's on my Discord, and I hope he's seen this and he's gonna see this. His name is Aldo.
Mm.
Me and him had this conversation as well, and it's you don't feel fulfilled working these dead-end jobs, you know, and it's tough. It's tough, but if it's one of those things where it's like, I understand like working and doing what you got to do to make money, to
Mhm.
pay for a living, but if you feel as though you're an artist and you that's what you want to do, you should definitely try to go for it because you don't want to live in that world of regret.
Yeah. So and I back again. I back home and I think like, okay, I need to try again to be artist. And I I was go back to my art college, talk to director. She agreed to take me back. And I mean, this can be like a funny movie, all this stuff. And she's like, think I'm crazy person because like nobody know why I quit because I have like perfect grades, and then I just quit. And it's like, okay, this guy's crazy. Like a lot of gossip about me, like talking like I have problem kind of something. And I say no, I'm okay. But I don't know who say I'm crazy. It's weird. Some stupid
They're like
gossip.
his
I say, "Mhm."
this bull's crazy.
I say, okay, so you come back this September and you can continue. like you never quit, right? It was already like 2 year after or 3 year after, so you can continue, like you never quit from same place, kind of. Yeah. So wow, cool.
And
I,
Duff Pappy left a message saying oxytocin, the love hormone. That's what he was talking about.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So I said, okay, cool, thank you very much. So, and then I was like, after a couple days, I visit some exhibition and I met my teacher, like who been teaching me a long time ago in this art college. And it's like, how are you? All stuff. It's like, he's like, you okay? I say, yeah, everything's fine. I want to go back to art college. And he's like, you want to go back to art college? Why art college? Go to university. Like he now work in the art university, and he say like, why you waste your time in art college? Better go directly to university. You can like right now you can still go to exams, and I was like kind of okay, maybe I go to art university. So I go to exams, I pass exams, and I join art university. I was like, oh my god, like what should
That's
I say
crazy.
to the director of art college now? I don't know what to say, so I say nothing. I never could get back to art college and say nothing. And next one day, a couple of weeks later, I walk in the street, and there is director walk in the street from art college. And she's like, look at me, is like, is she afraid? Like I'm some kind of psycho?
This guy's crazy.
This guy is legit is insane. Kind of, I don't know, like he's disappear, come back, say he won't come back to college. I arrange everything for him, and he again disappear. Oh my god! So I feel so bad. It was so
But
embarrassing.
it's good that you eventually stuck with your guns, you know?
I mean, this kind of story about like I did so many decisions in my life. Like when I like um it's definitely been look weird for people, and then
Mhm.
people like judging me, and I feel like super embarrassed, like, but really, I need to decide for myself, right? Like, cannot go somewhere to somebody and say like, okay, make this choice for me. No, I need to do it myself and like and endure all this embarrassment. Так. So, Rita's sign ask how to add features in the face mannequins. How you draw face features in your mannequins?
And my mannequins.
Yeah, like
So there's like a billion different ways to do this. Let me see real quick. Let me find a sketchbook. Let me find the page. 1 second. I'm trying to find a blank page in the sketchbook. All right, yeah, I got some. All right,
mhm.
excuse me. Is this stupid? This thing. All right, there you go. Let me see. Can you see that? So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like so many different ways you can draw mannequin faces on there. There's it. Let's see. So finding the center line, and what I like to do is so this is the brow line here, and then this would be the so I mixed both the Loomis method and the Riley method. So the Loomis method is it's like the circle, breaking it in half, drawing the center line, drawing the brow line, the eyebrow line, like the perspective grid. So that way it follows like all the perspective. So I do a combination of that, and then the Riley method is like using these rhythm lines where it'd be like You take this line and then you draw a line coming straight down, and then this is where the ear would line up like this, and then another rhythm line would be here for the nose, here like this, and then the eye socket will sit in here. So I combine both methods. So I'll do an oval, and then I just put two dots for the eyes, and that way it indicates to me like okay, like I know that this is the eyebrow line, and then these
Mm.
two dots are the pupils. And then I like I guesstimate the face, and then I draw the cheekbone area. So here, and I know that this right here is where the mouth would be, and then the nose comes down here like this. So that's how I get like a general face in my head. So that's just like a
Mhm.
general face, and then you can put like eyebrows here, and then you can actually draw the eye itself, and then the chin here, and then you can shape shape the face out. I tend to do it like that, just like as an underdrawing, and then eventually you don't need that, and you could just draw here. Uh,
Yeah, and this thing about Kim Jong-il, like everybody think he forever been drawing without perspective grids, but if you look his early work, you can see a lot of pencil.
yep.
So it's like before, if you want to draw like this without like Riley lines under your face, you should draw them many times. So after you can avoid these lines, right?
Yeah. So after a while, like you don't really need to draw these like underlines. I like to draw them still,
Mm-hmm.
because to I like to get this feeling of like I like to find different lines within the lines. Like I like trying to find lines within lines. And what I like to do is what I have been working on recently is silhouettes. So with doing these gesture drawings, I've been learning about silhouettes a lot more and the negative spaces that they leave behind. As soon as you land those silhouettes, right,
Mm-hmm.
and these negative spaces, like this is a perfect example of this, right? Right here, this little drawing right
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah, nice, nice silhouette.
I could take out all of these like little lines in here, and if it was just a silhouette, it would still read as like a human figure. So I'm finding silhouettes to be far more important than
Mm-hmm.
actually the detailed stuff. Because all of this, believe it or not, if I took this crappy little drawing right here and put it into Photoshop and then I lower the opacity, I could create a realistic face from this. So it's one of those things where it's like you got to find the structures of whatever it is first. And the silhouette is a good place to start, and then you can always add and subtract and
Yeah.
go from there.
Anyway, like you need to draw it couple of times to get confident. Sometimes people like they don't understand. Problem is not with technique. Problem with lack of practice.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
just it just and you read books and then you find what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I think I've read almost every art book I could find and try to learn, and it always comes back to I like certain pieces from certain things and certain people and certain individuals, and then I just use that.
oh, cool.
Let's see. But drawing these like little drawings like this is just really important. You're just constantly I do like
Hmm.
I have a bad habit of throwing away my sketchbooks, and my wife gets really angry. She gets like really mad. So I'll throw them all in the trash. But This right here is a good example of like I'll do like some
Yeah.
faces. I'll just do like two little eyes, and then just from there, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I know where all the details and all that stuff will go. If I know where the eyes go and where the brow line is, because like right here, it goes into perspectives, and then it's just practice at that point.
Mhm.
I drew this after seeing one of your drawings. I was like, yeah, you got me hyped.
Ah, yeah. So you have cat, right?
Yeah, I have a cat. Yep.
Cat, yeah.
Yeah, black cat. But I seen one of your drawings. I was like, yeah, man, this is got me hyped to draw.
Nice.
Trying to see if there's any other examples in here. Eh, Oh wow, I gotta stop blowing my sketchbooks out. That's bad.
So,
Holy crap.
yeah, here have some comments. You can also look comments.
Oh yeah, I can see him. Yep. Let's see.
Take some coffee.
It helps people who are overwhelmed with life. Richie, you are right. Other needs us if we want to be alone all the time. We need to share our quietness. Yep, I agree. Absolutely. My wife is very extroverted, but now
Mm,
she understands the beauty and the power of sometimes just being quiet and relaxing. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
yeah.
Random. Does everything look kind of warped with a fisheye lens? Gene, do you want to explain that one?
Yeah. No, I mean, short answer, yes. Yeah, in fish eye, like not. Yeah, short answer in fish eye, everything look warped. It's just kind of like I don't know what to say about here. It's a complex subject. You need to watch videos about fisheye perspective. I have many video about this. Yeah. Um, Here, Ritesh next comment. Ritesh Sign. Can you suggest any book for learning basics? Do you have any like Richie?
Um, yeah, I do. I have Tom Fox's drawing book. I recommend Tom Fox's drawing book.
Tom
It's
Fox's.
called
Oh,
yeah, his
interesting.
anatomy book.
Hmm.
That's really good. Dong Ho Kim.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, his
Perspective.
yeah,
Hmm.
his, his perspective drawing is his book is really good. Um,
Hmm.
James Gurney's
Kim.
light book, light and
Hmm. Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
his light book. So, and then I would recommend before you start with like when you're looking at books, there is a let me see. There's an artist who's does gestures. I forget his name right now. I think it's like Michael something. I can't.
Yeah, it's me. I really like this book. I think like as earlier you see it, then better for everybody. Creative illustration.
Let me see. I would recommend honestly, just doing these gesture drawings for 160 days, 180 days. This literally changed my art in a drastic way because when you're doing these kinds of simple drawings and they don't have to be a minute long, like After my 180-day challenge, I now just do 60 sketches, like little drawings, and I don't care how the timing. And honestly, the timing isn't important. But what this does is it trains you for one how to draw, right? So
Mhm.
it'll teach you how to get pencil to paper or pen to paper, and then just have the mechanics of drawing, right? Like hand and eye coordination.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then after that, you start to learn about form and structure. So you start learning like cylinders and uh, cubes and stuff like that, and how to put them into shapes. I'm finding the page. Okay, this one. Like I have sketchbooks,
Mhm.
like 6 or 7 sketchbooks full of drawings like this.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just these cubes, cylinders, pyramids, and then eventually start to be able to put them into perspective and play with the shapes. So when you're doing like little drills like this, it really trains your mechanics.
Yeah, so it's like you learn how to create this form like it's real. Like if you're making real 3D objects, real 3D space intuitively.
Exactly.
Mm. Have you seen YouTube Zeph draws?
Who?
Zeph draws. I think it's called.
Zeph draws. Zeph draws. Oh yeah, the young kid.
No, no, he's no young kid. It's, you can, yeah, later I can
Hmm.
find. He like very cool tutorials about drawing this kind of intuitive perspective. It's very interesting. And I talk with him. Maybe next month he will be also on the stream, so you can watch.
Zeph. I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the intuitive perspective kid. He man, that he's good.
Yeah,
He is really good.
yeah. Have
Let me
you
see.
read Michael Hampton figure drawing book?
There you go, Michael Hampton. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Hmm.
So yeah, Michael Hampton's figure drawing book I recommend because then you'll learn the basics of uh, gestures and I don't even think he really cares about anatomy as much as he cares about the gesture. So
Hmm.
as soon as you learn the actual gesture drawing, like these are mannequins, right? I transitioned from doing gesture drawings, like in the earlier versions, I would do like these gestures where it was just like lines and trying to get across. But because I've done hundreds of gestures before I started this challenge, the gestures, the mannequins just eventually just stuck with me, and I just continued to just do these mannequin gesture drawings. But Michael Hampton, man, that book definitely. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
like this kind of blocking anatomy groups. And actually, uh, One Drove, forget name, very famous. One Drove,
Yeah, have you heard of Broken Draw? Broken Draw?
Broken Draw, no.
Yeah, he's really good at anatomy. I mean, perspective.
I will make a video about Red Christ. You know Red Christ?
No.
Yeah, I think he's like he is he should be known more for his he have crazy tutorials about figure drawing. He just did it like it's like old internet, you know. He have like this old blog where he posted a lot of articles about figure drawing, but they're like it's so cool, so interesting, because like very um he's like animator, so his figures they're super dynamic, all these gestures, proportions, character design, so it's like you can make your own character with own proportions, and you know entirely whole anatomy, like kind of x-ray vision, like all the time you can see all these bones, muscles, while you're making like super dynamic and like fluid poses.
What's his name again?
uh let's see. I think I was afraid I write it wrong. I think like this. Google will correct you, I think. And he have like some videos on a Gumroad, like drawing figure in perspective, like female and male. You can see like he's crazy. It's kind of animators who can draw like very easy gestural poses, and they like whole time they have anatomy in the mind, so they never make like anatomy mistakes. It's crazy.
What's his name again?
Here I write Red Christ.
Oh, oh. Red,
It's just like little
Red
hard to
Sea.
find, like anyway I will do video about this, give all links. Так.
Red Sea Crest. Okay, I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, I'm looking him up right now. Let me see. Da, 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 da. Oh, wow.
And he
Yeah,
do
see,
some. Mhm,
he's looking at the import of the silhouette. Yeah. Yep, the import of the silhouette, man.
mhm,
Wow, he's good. Wow, wow, wow. I think I've come across him on Pinterest before.
mhm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so he's kind of like, you know, this kind of artist who's like very like do a lot of art, and he's like really very big one, but he more focus on art, not like presenting himself online. So he's not super popular.
He probably just likes to stay back in the shadows.
Kind of like I think he's like pretty popular among professionals, like in industry. This
Wow,
kind
he's
of,
really good, man.
yeah.
Wow, his work is really good. I'm definitely gonna study him. Thank you for uh telling me about him.
Yeah,
I never heard about him.
cool.
That way I can apply it into my own work.
Yeah, he's crazy. And like I like how like it's like uh, I think maybe this how some people think about me and my channels. It's like, oh, like super cool tutorials, but nobody know about it. It's not so popular, you know. Um, so this is how I think about him. I think like why he's not famous like Kim Jong-gi.
Yeah. I felt that way about one of my favorite artists, Marco Nealer.
Mm, mm.
I don't know if you know who Marco Nealer is or Alex Konstedt is. Oh man, those guys are really good.
Oh, I will check. Not sure.
Yeah,
Marco Nealer.
Marco Nealer, yeah, really good artist.
It's like Nealer, like
Yeah,
this.
Yeah, Nelor.
Uh,
Marco.
Marco. What's this?
Yeah,
Marco.
he's real good.
Well, yeah, it's like kind of I won't tell you about how I end up in Taiwan, but I go too far. Crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So no, anyway, so eventually like I quit art university too. So it's like it's reaffirms again that's my weird character for people. Uh, so and I decided like this time, if like first time when I quit art college, I was even thinking about like stop being artist. Second time when I quit art university, I decide I just want to do it myself because something was wrong with the pace and like I don't like how slow it was in university. Again, it's like start to be like so much crowded with kind of lazy students. So no, and I was like in the art university already. I was like 22, maybe year old, and my classmates being um like 18-year-old girls, and they like sit and talk about like their relationship with like just cannot stop talking, you know. I was like I'm here in the zone drawing, and they're like blah 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 blah, blah. Just come on, shut up.
Yeah.
So I kind of say like, okay, I will better like I already know I can do myself, like I can organize myself, right? So I can like find there is like already been like tutorials on the torrents. There are already been this like YouTube channels. I can buy books. I can learn myself. So it's like I will better learn myself, and I will start to build my brand by making drawings and making exhibitions. So, and this moment, it was like 2010. I've been already tried different projects. I try like, I've been drawing murals. I've been drawing portraits in the park. It's like talking about embarrassment, you know, drawing in the park is much more embarrassing than making YouTube videos because it
Wow.
re- it really feels um like if okay, like imagine, right, there's park like center of a city, central park, and here me, I need to put my drawings in front of people, put my price, and say I'm artist, I will draw you. I'm like, it's so scary. It's like, you know, it feels like being so entitled. Like, so you need to be so confident in yourself, you know, because like I'm not sure. Maybe I will fail. It's so, and like tell people like, look, I'm professional artist. So, and like first time it's taken me about a week to finally do it. I was just walking around park like shaking from a fear.
Hmm.
I was like, no, no, no. It feels like, you know, if I show my art and I say I will draw you, it feels like everybody will kill me right away. You know, like real like fear
Uh,
of death. Like I don't know, no. If I do this, like the people will like attack me. Like it will be like apocalypse kind of. It feels like this. So,
it's weird that
uh,
that fear exists in us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. like a public execution.
He drew my eye a little low. It looks
I was
off.
like,
Let's execute him.
who you think you are? You see your artist? My children draw better than you. Look, everybody
Yeah,
look. He's a fake. He's like
he's
nobody.
a
Like
fraud.
you, how dare you?
Imposter syndrome at its highest.
Yeah, it was speaking. So like when people tell me about shy, so really like I know what is shy. I had this kind of like shy periods when I was like going outside and I cry. Like I don't know what. It's not like kind of I don't know. Just like kind of tears going from my eyes. I don't know why. So like I've been like in sometimes in the life I've been like super shy, like super kind of like asocial. So and I was like consciously force myself to break it. To kind of like I know it's scary. I afraid like people will judge me. Like I afraid like I don't know, like in Russia, like they can beat me literally. It's not just only fear. Like yeah, somebody can just see you're like, oh, you're so shy, and they will think like it's nice to beat you because you're so shy.
That's crazy.
So no, I mean it's just kind of like part of culture, kind of. So it's like hey, why you kind of um, it's interesting. It's like if you're too weak, it's like trigger bully instincts. They will like oh, I just like I can't stand your weakness. Need to beat your ass, kind of.
Yeah, that's that rough mentality.
Yeah. So it's kind of some way it would be legit fear too. Uh, so, but I get through it, and so I force myself, and like I was like here I draw whatever. Let them kill me. I will try to draw portraits today. So I put on the stuff and people start approaching me, and it's been like life changing decision. You can imagine, right? Like I can be like forever this kind of shy introvert sitting at home, but here I'm a public artist, right? Like and be like everybody. Like I have like businessman, some like grown up man. I was like a children, and like here's like everybody like this groups of bullies, mafia. Like I draw in their portraits, we're joking. It's like, hey man, you draw very cool, nice portrait. And they're like, oh, so cool. Making friends.
That's wow. Making friends with
Uh,
mafia people.
yeah, yeah, I've been invited to nightclub, like drawing portraits in the nightclub. It's crazy. Like, and some people like see me like I was in the art college time working drawing portraits in the nightclub, and some girl from my art college like, wow, you're so successful. You're already here. You're working in this club. So cool. It's like, don't know. It's just dude approach me in the street, say like, hey, welcome. Let's try to make party kind of with the portraits. Uh, so
Oh,
so I tried different projects, and then I say like, I want to quit art university and make project like I will draw different city and travel around the world. So start from my city, a city around my city, and then eventually I will go to different country, draw different city in a different country. So I can make exhibition like a collection of different cities around the world. So and I start to make these drawings. I go around drawing streets.
that's dope, man. And then you ended up in Taiwan. How's the food?
Yeah, so here's like my hometown. Like here I've been living this. uh, so and then like in the Moscow, I've been drawn here some Moscow.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
here's me like minus 20. I've drawn in the Moscow.
So that's Moscow. Okay.
Yeah. So that was this. I sell this my first foreign client. I sell this picture. Um, so and then in the Moscow, like kind of like if to make it short, like my friends say there is some project like art residency in Shanghai. So I send application. I say I will go to China. I never been in China. I never been in Shanghai. So I will draw a lot of streets. So and they kind of accept this project. It's a Swatch Art Piece Hotel. I'll show you here. They pay my tickets. They make visa for me. They pay airplane tickets, and I was live in a hotel in the center of Shanghai, like 6 months for free.
Wow.
It's like most expensive place in Shanghai, and I've been there for free, like walking around, drawing streets.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I have this
That's
view from a
incredible.
window. This was a view from a kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah, so they don't finish this tower yet. So it's our library and hotel. So it's like a Swatch Art Piece Hotel.
So this is what you're doing now. Wow, that's crazy.
Um,
That's incredible.
so and there I meet my wife. So I've been like first time in China, and I walk around and see like really different vibe. Like Asians, from my perception, they like have some kind of like different hormonal balance. Maybe I don't know how to say. They're less aggressive in general. So it's just like surrounded by them, you feel like more calm environment than like in Russia. Like everybody little tense.
Yeah. I
So
felt
it's
that way
like,
when I lived in
mhm.
Malaysia.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. So it's also
When I lived
because
in
kind of. Mhm.
yeah, Malaysia was really calm and relaxed uh compared to the States. The States is it's really rough out here. Everybody's like, I don't know. Maybe it's my perception because online I get that a lot. Like I get that tense feeling, but when I go outside, it's different.
Oh, I think it really is. From my perception, it's true. Like in age, they just kind of like it will be wrong to say they're like super peaceful and can be violent. No, it's of course like look history of Japan, right? But just kind of like general vibe in the common life, they're very calm. They're like less aggressive. Like in general, like aggression level like invisible. Like it's super quiet, super calm, amazing. So I kind of enjoy it a lot, this feeling of safety. And but then I met like one day was my friend invite her friends to also to kind of watch my studio where I draw. And and this was like a group of Taiwanese people. So I first time kind of like I never hear. I have like a Asus notebook, but I never noticed it's made in Taiwan. So I wasn't
Mm,
aware what is Taiwan. I was like confused like
wow.
Taiwan or Thailand. So, and here I see like first time in my life I see this like a group of Taiwanese people, and it's like it's insane. It's so different. They're like so like I say, like you can feel like they're so bright, so light, and like a shining kind of. I don't know. It's like so positive and happy people. I was just like,
Wow.
wow, so amazing, Like, so and one of them became my wife. So I was just like, kind of keep talking, and then just kind of since 2013, kind of met
Wow.
her in Shanghai.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. That's a beautiful story.
I think. Yeah.
I've been with my wife for, I better get this right, 21 years, 20 years, 21 years. I'm old.
Mm, 21 years. So I'm like 2013, uh,
2013,
12 year.
12 years. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Also.
You turn.
Cool. Yeah. So,
That is amazing.
and then I just kind of, I like to get back to Asia. I like, this kind of explore and draw, especially, it's very fun to draw. See like all these environments look like cyberpunk.
That's incredible. Look at that.
Yeah. And
Yeah, your environment, your city urban sketching is beautiful.
thank you. Um, and this was my also first clients who buy like very expensive my art, like first no kind of real art price start from in China. Then I've been like in Hong Kong, in Macau, in Vietnam. I was teach in Hong Kong, been like art teacher in Hong Kong. It's very cool. Hong Kong is insane. So like Hong Kong feels like, yeah, like you're being in a cyberpunk.
That's how I felt when I was in Kuala Lumpur. It felt like I was in like some weird cyberpunk movie.
Kuala Lumpur is where is it? I even don't know where is it.
That's in Malaysia.
Ah, Malaysia. Ah, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I like
Yeah,
and I see
that was pretty gnarly.
all
And so
those big
is your wife Chinese?
uh oh, yeah, yeah, I mean like it's like second wave of Chinese in Taiwan. Because
Okay.
there was like uh immigration to Taiwan. It was like, let's say, like long time
Wow.
ago, like medieval time. And then it's like wave when it was like uh somewhere before Japanese occupation, kind of not so long ago. So she's like from
Oh,
second
okay,
wave.
gotcha.
But you see, it's like it's interesting. It's like really like Russia. Okay, here is like Russia Empire and then Soviet Union. It's like totally different countries, like same place, and you still can kind of call these people Russian, but people after Soviet Union is not same Russian. It's kind
Yeah.
of interesting because this kind of communist, they're wild. They're really like making working hard on social engineering. So it's like just imagine it's like they're killing like most uh active, most um, capable people. They just like destroying them or push them to flee. So if you look this kind of history of Soviet Union, a lot of like engineers, philosophers, scientists, they running from from Soviet Union.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So same like China, like nobody kind of talking much, but China right now just imagine like it's kind of it should be obvious, but it's so crazy. But so if I say it straight, right, like right away, it sounds like impossible, but it's fact. Right now, in the China, all this like a great, like super great, blah 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 blah, right? All this nonsense, fake stuff. They don't have intelligentsia. Can't say is this English word. You know what I mean, right? They don't
Yeah,
have
intelligence. Yep.
intelligence. They don't have it. Just
Uh,
think about it. So, like, what they have, everything is just like state operatives, kind of, right? So, like, you cannot be a scientist, you cannot be philosopher, you cannot be like honest writer in under this government. They all being
uh,
like prosecuted. So everybody who's like kind of imitate intelligence, they all just kind of playing role of highly educated experts. And it's like what's
That's
interesting.
scary.
Yeah, imagine like earthquake, flood, and there's like they send group of experts to look situation and decide what happened and how can prevent next time and like how to save people stuff. But all these experts, instead of being actual experts and do something real, all of them they're just bureaucrats.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's insane. So nothing actually being solved and nothing actually resolved or fixed. Everything is just theater.
That's I don't know. That's really scary
Yeah.
to think
So
like people. They're like pawns.
yeah, yeah. All is just like so. This kind of what doing whole time in Russia is like this. Why I'll kind of um cancel my Russian citizenship. Just like I don't want to be like dragged in this corruption and I don't know, it's like humiliation of everything good in this world, like
Yeah.
because they're like it's the worst system you can imagine, which always want to abuse good people to cover their crime. They
Yeah.
like Russia, 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 right? And you say like, oh, look Russia music, look Russia writers, Russian culture, Russian blah 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 blah. No, maybe we will look like Russian terrorism and crime what they're doing right now, because it's like it really should be kind of need to stop it somehow. Like why you kind of you like say being like active terrorist right now, like making. I mean, just like look, Putin make friends with the Taliban, Hamas, uh this like war
Yeah,
terrorism.
that's not good.
There's cases like he been in before he became like um, director of FSB. There is cases he been work with cartel, Mexican cartels, like making money on the drugs. So
Oh my God.
it's definitely kind of like a mafia or terrorist state. And they all the time they're like, no, no, don't look at this. Look at Russia ballet. Look Russian theater. And I don't want to be like Russian artist, So they will say like, look, we have like Russian artists. Look at Gene, like he's a nice guy, so Russia is not so bad. No, sorry, they're really bad. I don't want to kind of like help them cover their shit.
Well, the good thing is now you don't have to deal with that, Like you get to live free, be free, and be with your beautiful wife. That's like the most important thing right now.
Oh, here I
That
want to
though
show.
these drawings are amazing.
Yeah, this you know what
Wow.
this? This like
That looks
one day I decided with my friend go to park in Shanghai. So in a Sunday we go to park and it was like biggest mistake. Imagine park like
oh
this.
wow, just massive amount of people.
So
Oh
freaking
God.
crazy. Look, you cannot
Oh
sit
man,
on
I
the
don't know.
grass.
Yeah,
It's just a crowd of
nah.
people.
I don't know if I'd be able to take that. I can't be around that amount of group of people. That's that's crazy.
Yeah,
That is a beautiful drawing.
oh,
Where
thank
where
you.
can uh where can we get these books? One of those books at?
This in my Amazon.
Definitely
Yeah,
got to grab one of those.
cool. Okay, yeah. and there's usually link in the description in my YouTube. So, yeah, should be cheap. Like this soft cover right now, they're very cheap, and delivery in USA maybe even will be for free for you. It's like for me, it's buy more expensive because I'm in Taiwan, so I need to pay delivery. Uh, yeah,
Absolutely amazing. I think your work is just really, really good. It inspires me to draw a lot more, than be honest with
cool,
you. Especially after
cool.
seeing your book, I was like, wow, man, it's really incredible work.
Thank you. Yeah, and I find it's also like it's interesting to make these books on Amazon. You know, this like print on demand. Uh,
Nah, I never.
so it's kind of like okay, you can make like PDF file, upload it in Amazon, and just everybody who want to buy it, they will print for him. So they will print and deliver. You don't make much money from this, but actually it's always in Google, so it's help people to find your work. And like my recent last project, I have like very good project, make a good money from it. Client find me because this book on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because she was like looking for Taipei drawings, and like you know, you write Taipei, for example, there was my book like very high on the search because Amazon will promote it. No, kind of is good for search.
So, are you a school teacher?
No, no. Right now I have one student in the real life. Um, so yeah, I kind of like I say, I'm very picky with the students. So after working in Hong Kong, I've been working like 1 year full-time teacher, like teaching children and just like very beginner level. It's really annoying because like you need all the time same stuff, you know, same very very very
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
can only see I can see that being very monotonous over and over and over, the same things
mm,
over and over.
it's like you understand like coach, for example, like before I don't understand, then I understand like kind of problem of coaches, like how tired and boring they must be teaching like you know, you train somebody like BJJ or boxing, like you train, and then he disappear forever. Then again, some beginner arrive and you teach him same stuff again. Like once he start to learn something, then he disappear, and it's like kind of all the time, only very beginner, and you like it feels like you're wasting your time sometimes because um, they not contribute and you don't see results.
Yeah, I felt that way about breakdancing when I used to teach breakdancing. It was just kind of like, why am I here? Okay, man, I'm making the money or whatever, but it's kind of like a pointless thing. None of these kids are ever gonna breakdance ever again in their life.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just here just to
So
teach a hip hop class.
So I hope a kind of like online teaching will give me some money in the future.
Do you ever think about doing any comic books?
Yeah, yeah. Also comic books. Yeah, it's crazy. Like you know, it's like exploding. Like everything to want to do everything. Like because I did a lot attempts to draw my comic book, and it's so bad. So I've been like depressed. so much. So it's like, oh, maybe I need to learn more, like more storytelling. Kind of, I don't like my storytelling. So I read some books about how to write story, like research. I still want to read some more books. Um, so and I say, okay, I can do little some other stuff. So I do like a motorcycle book, how to draw motorcycles. So now I hope I'm not lying to myself. So when I will finish this motorcycle book, I will definitely start a comic book. Yeah, it's kind of plan. Have you seen my stuff about motorcycles?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So here I make
Your
some like
motorcycle book is really nice.
some test prints, how page will look.
Yeah, your motorcycle book, your motorcycle drawing. I watched that video a handful of times. It's really good.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like scooter page talking about electric scooter.
Wow. So is that like a schematic for an actual like thing, or is it just you just drawing? Like that's, I mean, like a book about you teaching how to draw a motorcycle or electric
Yeah,
scooter.
so it's about motorcycle, but then I decide include scooters and even bicycle. I will see. Maybe I will take out the bicycle. I will see. Well, like, I want to make it like 200 page. I don't want to make it too big because too expensive to print. So there will be like a kind of step by step process, like some not much about perspective. It's like book assume you already know perspective, right? So it's more about explaining what what is motorcycle, so what kind of details, what kind of type of motorcycle. So when you draw motorcycle, you just more educated, so you know exactly what you're doing.
Gotcha. I understand.
So and I want, so in this way it's like encyclopedia for artists, this kind of what I want to make. So it's like you buy this book and it's give you like most of information you ever need about motorcycles.
That's
Well,
really amazing. The line work is clean. It's so clean. And the way you break it down is really beautiful.
cool, thank you. Yeah,
Wow.
you know, we like this kind of books, right? Like imagine, like if you want, for example, like you want to draw comic book about castles, and you want to find book with the references, right? It's like uh how this castle look, what inside this castle, like kind of interiors, details. So same I want to make about motorcycles. So it's like you want to draw like Harley Davidson, for example, but you look engine, like you look photograph with Harley Davidson, and you don't understand anything. It's like so many elements, and like what how it works, you don't know. So in a book, I explain uh, what each element doing, like you know, all this like pipes, parts of engine, stuff like that.
Wow. So are you gonna do this specific models, like this model, like this kind of Harley, that kind of Harley? Are you gonna do like Kawasaki? Are you gonna do like different kinds of bikes, or you just gonna, it's just bikes in general? Like
uh yeah, it's kind of, it's very complicated because you know you cannot do all of them. It's crazy, you know. It's like I doing like huge work is like mind blowing because like you try to find one answer, but to find this answer, like what is this? like you see, for example, like this engine in Harley Davidson, like they have this like two-part engine, like transmission separated from the engine block, and it's like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't understand, like, what's this? So I try to understand this. I need to watch a lot of video. I looking for manuals, I look for photographs, drawings, just to understand what's this. Then I need to think how to simplify it and how to make it useful for artists. So then, of course, you see it's certain types of motorcycles, and each type they have some typical structure, like certain type of engine, certain type of suspension. So once you know these like general elements and which type use, like what kind of engine, what kind of motorcycle use, right? So this is what you need. So then, like when you look Harley Davidson, for example, um, you can see like how they different. Like this Harley Davidson have like this specific, other Harley Davidson have just like little different specific, but you already understand their guts.
Got you. I understand. Well, Gene,
Yeah.
I have to get going. It's really late here.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
still
yeah.
have to eat dinner.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Also,
Yeah,
my phone and my headphones are dying.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
It's
this was
pretty
absolutely
awesome.
amazing. I had a blast,
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
and we
Also
definitely have to do
very
it again.
cool. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, very cool. I really enjoy it. Yeah. So
And
thank you
I
very
will get the
much.
proper equipment. I'll get the proper equipment, and I'll also do the. I'll start my YouTube video. I mean, you and the chat have given me the courage to start this YouTube video channel up and put
Cool,
myself out there, and because you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it.
cool. Nice. Glad to hear this too. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Very, very cool. Like also nice company. See you
Absolutely. We got to do
later.
this again.